What's up, you guys? Welcome to the Single Guy channel. My name's Lloyd. So today we're going to talk about basically signs that she's interested in you over text. Okay, so I get a lot of my clients who worry about this sort of stuff, and especially now that we're in quarantine, you know, people are staring at their phones a lot. They're wondering if the girl that they're messaging that they like is interested in them. So what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to list a bunch of the things that I've seen that I think will basically tell you if this girl's interested in you or not. Now, don't stress about this too much, you guys. Like, if you're looking at your phone and you're stressed out over like whether she sent an emoji or not, you're not in the right place. It means there's something wrong with your environment, and you should change your environment so that you're regularly getting fulfilled and happy from it. You know, whether that's having other options of women that you can message, or whether that's having, you know, a support system for yourself. So without further ado, let's get into some of these. If one of them isn't working for you, that doesn't necessarily mean she's not interested in you. But if you're not getting any of these, dude, yeah, you should find somebody else to text, because that girl's not interested. Okay. So, thing number one, she responds. Okay, obviously if a girl's responding to you, there's a chance that she likes you. Doesn't mean for sure, you know, she might just be responding because she's bored or she wants attention or whatever it is. You know, a lot of those things can be applicable to the situation right now. But if she's not responding to you at all, definitely not interested in you. Okay, thing two, she's writing a lot. If you give her like a lot of text and she writes a lot of text back, that's good. You know, that means, you know, she's, for however much value you're giving her, she's willing to give that back. Now, sometimes there are women that don't text quite as much as you, and that's okay. You know, I'm actually dating a couple girls right now that don't really like to text that much. They text like very short, and we have a very good relationship, and I know they're into me. But other times I have been texting women where it's like, or I'll have this with my clients where they give like a long block of text and then the girl just says okay or LOL. Basically, that's like F off if she says that. All right, also too, if the next one we're gonna cover is, if I have my list here, she gets back to you quickly. Okay. If she gets back to you quickly, it's a pretty good sign. That means she's at her phone, she's, you know, replying to you very quickly. However, even if she doesn't get back to you that quickly, there's still a chance that she's interested in you. Maybe she's busy with something, or maybe you just wrote a lot of stuff and she's taking some time to think about her answer. Okay, this happens a lot usually when guys are like sending a bunch of text messages and then they try and make plans with a girl and then she takes a super long time to get back. It's because she's thinking about it. Okay. Or it means she's going to blow you off. You know? Either way, don't stress out about it too much. Like I said, if you're worrying about these things a lot, probably putting her too much on a pedestal. Okay, the next thing that I would say is she listens. Okay, this is probably the most important one. A lot of these other things can be looked at individually, and you know, there's a chance that maybe she wasn't near her phone or whatever it is. But with this one, this is one that I really look for. If I'm messaging a girl, I'm looking to see whether she actually listens to what I tell her. You know, if I tell her that that I'm getting a haircut or something like that, this hair. If I tell her I'm getting a haircut and then she brings that up later, that's a pretty good sign that she's interested in me because she took the time to listen to what I'm saying. If I say, hey, how was your day going? I went skateboarding with some of my friends today, blah, blah, blah. And then she tells me how she's doing, and then follows it up by saying, oh, that's cool that you were skateboarding. I've been longboarding for a while too. Something like that. It shows that she actually read what I wrote and took the time to respond to it. If you send her that text message and then she sends something that's completely unrelated, and then she doesn't really like address what you said or answer your question, okay, that means she's not listening to what you're, or reading what you wrote, which is not a good sign. You know, there's a chance that she just has poor social skills. You know, some young girls are like that, but there's also a big chance that she's just not interested. She's not really paying attention to you. Okay. All right. She texts you first. A lot of guys look for this. A lot of guys look to see if the girl has texted them first. At the beginning, you got to keep in mind, if you've started to message her first, like you've hit her up or maybe you got her phone number or something like that, it's your job as the guy to be messaging her first at the beginning. But if you've been dating for a while, or if you've been texting for a while and she never hits you up, then that's a problem. Like, that's usually a sign that there's something missing. Maybe she's just not that interested, or maybe she's just really shy. Either way, you know, if you've been talking to this girl for a long time, you might want to ask her about it, or You might want to find a different girl if she's just never willing to give you that amount of attention that you want. But like I said at the beginning, the guy should be the one who's messaging the majority of the time, or the guy should be initiating the majority of the time. All right, next one. She remembers what you said. So this is kind of related to her listening to you. You know, like I said before, if I mentioned that I was getting a haircut and then she asked me about it later on, then that's a pretty good sign that she's interested in me. If she doesn't bring it up or if I said that I had like a big event going on that day and then I text her later and she doesn't even ask me, okay, that's probably a sign that she's not remembering. You're not a very important person to her and she's not that interested. Or it means she has poor social skills. Either way, I'd rather text somebody who does care about the things that I do. Okay, she asks you questions. This is kind of related. So if you ask her how she's doing and she says blah, 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 like I'm this, I did all this today, and then doesn't ask you how you're doing, it's not a great sign. Either it means she's rude or she doesn't have poor social skills, or she's just not interested. So if you get a lot of this where you're the only person that's asking her questions, you know, that's not a great sign. Okay, she sends you photos. That's a big one too. If a girl's sending you photos, like, that's a really good sign that she's interested in you. Obviously, there's times where girls are interested in guys where they don't send photos. Maybe they're I know a lot of women that are shy about sending photos to me, so they don't want to do it unless they look really, really good. You know, usually if a girl sends you a photo, that's not the first photo that she took. She's probably taken a bunch more. Even if she's like, just woke up like this, she didn't just wake up like that. Okay, but if she does take the time to send you that photo, you know, what is that saying? That's saying that she's putting in effort, that she really cares about what you think and she wants you to see her being pretty or showing her personality or something like that. It means she's interested in you, man. Okay, and the final one that I have written down here is she tells you what she's doing or like what she's wearing and that sort of stuff. So that's kind of an old school one. I used to text girls like that all the time, like, what are you wearing? What are you doing? And if they answered and they told me what they were wearing and what they were doing, yeah, that means she's definitely interested in you. Okay, so if she's doing that just out of the blue, she kind of just tells you what she's doing right now or what she's wearing, yeah, that girl's interested in you. Okay, and the final one that I'm going to put down here that a lot of guys think is a good sign. For those of you who are on dating apps and you're like messaging a lot of girls, like there's occasionally going to be some girls that are just like bored and will sext with you. So like you walk in and the first thing she's like, hey daddy, and she just starts like sending you a bunch of back and forths about like some sexual stuff. She might even send you like a couple nudes. Yeah, I don't know if that's always a good sign. Typically, if a girl's sending you a lot of that stuff and you haven't met up yet, you're probably never going to meet up. Or if you do, it's just going to be very quick and you know, that's going to be it. So a lot of times guys think that stuff is a sign that she's interested. You know, I'd say it's more of a sign that she's bored or maybe she just wants to have sex right then and there. And if you're not there at that moment, then tough luck. She's probably going to text some other guy. Okay. So yeah, that's just one caveat that I've seen come up with a lot of my clients that I thought I'd comment on. Anyway, you guys, that's it. That's the list that I have. Thanks for watching. If you made it to the end, consider subscribing. I come up with videos like this every single week. If you're interested in getting coached by me personally, there's a form down below. Fill out the form and we'll schedule a call with you. So thanks a lot, you guys. Good luck out there.